I don't even know if I'm live. I gotta check on my phone. Oh my god. I've been having lots of problems. I don't know if it's my internet. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. It's just really weird. I've never had this happen. I don't know where. Oh my god. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now. I can't even see my preview. Why does he want to leave? Okay, that's a great question. So, there's a couple stories out right now that Alaba has changed his agent. Okay, first of all, there's lots of sources all around Germany. Even Bild were saying that Alaba is interested and open to a move outside of Bayern, which is basically saying that he wouldn't mind leaving, right? He doesn't love us. Okay, I don't think that's it. Alaba hasn't been offered a new contract, and I think that's the situation. Can you please tell me if you can actually see my face? Because I can't tell. The the playback preview window isn't working for me, so I wouldn't know. And also, I feel very weird because I haven't streamed in 2 days. But here, Alaba, there are sources that there are realistic chances that he could leave Bayern this summer. And obviously, Arsenal, Chelsea, I mean, the entire football world should be interested in Alaba because he's realistically the best player in any position he plays. He's the best player when he's playing left back. He's the best player when he's playing center back now. And he's just such a good player with the experience as well. Any team would have to be interested. Any top team that wants to get to the top level has to be interested in Alaba. There's a chance to get him. They should be interested. So now David Alaba has changed his agent and is now represented by Israeli super agent Pini Sahavi, which okay, I'm good. So he's represented now by Pini Sahavi, which is also the guy that represents Lewandowski. He knows the Bayern bosses very well, and he already negotiated Lewandowski's new contract. So either this guy is just gonna get Alaba out of the club, or he's gonna get Alaba more money. I think Alaba just wants a bit more money, right? I think this happens to every player whenever their contract, because his contract is up in 2022. It's not over this summer. I know that for sure because he has an extra 2 years left. He's just trying to renew it to get more money and also be here for an extra 5 years. You know, contracts are always so weird. You hear a new 5-year deal. It's like 5 years starting now. So if they had a 5-year contract or a 4-year contract, it's just an extra year. So that's how contracts really annoy me. So Alaba, he wants to leave. Well, he doesn't want to leave because he just hired the agent that renegotiated with the Bayern hierarchy for Lewandowski's contract. So I think Alaba just wants more money, and I think he probably would like, to. I mean, as a player, let's think about this. You're doing your job, you're doing it well, and then you're not getting you're not getting a raise, you're not getting anything. I think Alaba over the last few seasons has been exceptional. He hasn't signed a new contract, and I think it's the exact same. It's not a situation where Alaba has been crap and he's trying to regain form. He's been one of the best players in Europe. Okay, he's playing in the best team in Europe. So for him, it's more of I want to get rewarded for my good performances. I think what the Bayern bosses are waiting for is, can Alphonso Davies, first of all, come back and, not come back, he's already, can we continue that form with every player, right? Because if Alaba wants to leave, I mean, this is a great situation. It's a great problem to have, right? He has 2 years left on his contract, so you could realistically keep him and he goes on a free. That's great, I mean, for Alaba, because he will probably get twice the money because he goes for free to a club like Juventus, who like taking free players, right? He's 27 right now, Alaba. I think 28, actually. I want to check that. Let's think about this. Alaba is he's 27, turns 28 in June. So he has 3 years or 4 years at the top level, dependent on top level in his current stance, right? He's going to be on top for years, for a few more years. So Bayern could be like, we want this money because we have a 28-year-old player in his prime, right? And then Alaba himself, he's just won everything at Bayern. I mean, if Alaba leaves Bayern, he will go down as our best left back ever. He'll go down as a legend, right? No one's going to go, oh, Alaba, you traitor. No, the truth is, he's won everything. He's won the Champions League in, I think, his like as a was he 20 back then? Yeah, he was 20 years old. He won the Champions League with us. He won all these major trophies. And you know what's crazy? His birthday is on June 24th, and the Champions League final is supposed to be on June 27th. So he could win the Champions League on his 28th birthday, 3 days after. Is Süle going to be fit for when the season starts? So Niklas Süle is supposed to be back by the end of April. His goal was to be back by the Euros. Well, he'll be back because the Euros are next year. And so, yeah, he'll be back. He should be fit. He's training with the ball again, which is great because, you know, his knee, his ACL. Davies is our next Alaba. I think Davies, yeah, him and Alaba have a lot in common in how they came about. Alaba just burst out of nowhere because we needed a left back at the time, and then now Davies is doing the same. And Alaba, you know, you'd say Alaba came in as a midfielder. He was generally a midfielder in the youth, but the thing is, we just needed someone a left back, and then he became our best left back ever. I think he is. He has to be our best left back ever. So for me, like, Alaba is just fantastic. I mean, we have Pizarro, who was great, but I think Alaba has just done more for me. And David Alaba, here's the thing with this guy: you can't sell him. You can't just sell, if you sell Alaba, you can't sell him for 50 million. That's not the type of player you sell for 15. You sell Alaba like a Hazard, 100 million, that's it. That's your price. You don't go and sell Alaba for 50 million. You don't sell him for 40. He's not like a player that's crap. He's not dropped off form. He's actually one of the best players in Europe statistically. He's sought after by Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United. Alaba's been linked to every giant club. He's not linked to Inter Milan, who are in a group. He's not linked to Napoli. He's linked to the top guns. And that's exactly why I think if we're to sell Alaba, 100 million is the price I take. If you give me 100 million, we have Davies, who's going to be our left back for the next 10, 15 years or so. He's 19, okay? He can play till he's 34, right? We have him, who's just on top of his game. And then we have Lucas Hernandez, who can actually play left back. Not the greatest, but he can. And also, we have him who can play center back, right? So Alaba, getting rid of Alaba is getting rid of a left-footed defender as well, right? But for 100+ million, that's the price. If no one's willing to pay that, then we keep Alaba, and we have an experienced left back, experienced center back, experienced center mid, experienced everything. He can play goalkeeper, for God's sake, and he's probably still going to give you a 10 out of 10. He'll be our leader. For me, Alaba is the captain after Neuer. When Neuer, starts getting picked off less, Alaba has to be the captain. For me, on the pitch, he just looks like a leader. He looks like everyone, he never has like a bad game. He's always just so solid. And then he combines that with individual moments of brilliance that switch games. And I think Alaba is just a fantastic player. And there's no way you sell him for less than 100 million. Like, if you want Alaba, you have to pay me 100 million. I mean, his market value, I should have probably done the graphic, is 71.5 million US dollars. No, I'm putting that at 100 million. I'm sorry. I'm putting that on 100 million. That's his price. All of those clubs, I think Chelsea are going to get him if he wants to leave Bayern. Well, if he wants to leave Bayern and Chelsea get him, we'll get the most money out of clubs like Chelsea because they have a lot of money. But Arsenal, they'll probably offer 5 million because they couldn't afford his left foot they couldn't even afford his left foot. They'll get his right arm for no reason. They'll just get his right arm. But looking at Alaba's thing here, he's won Football of the Year for Austria since 2011. Well, and then he ended in 2016. He's won the Champions League with Bayern, and I think he'll add another one to that. 2 Champions League at Bayern. He's won the German DFB Pokal since 2000. Well, for 8 years, right? Only losing out on 2, or I think it's 3. And he's won the German DFB Cup 5 times with Bayern. He's won the Super Cup, the Club World Cup. He's won the German Super Cup. He's also won, I'm telling you, David Alaba has won everything you can win as a Bayern player. Of course, he hasn't won with his country. That's normal. Kimmich is going to be captain in the next 2 years or less. Yes, I think, you know what, actually, I'm going to have to disagree. I think if Lewandowski is still here, he's going to have to be captain. The reason Neuer is captain is not only because he's the oldest, he's also in the least, he's in the more consistent position. Neuer just plays every game. So that's why he's captain, and he's also a leader. Lewandowski is a vocal guy, so he'll want to be captain if he's here after Neuer, and he's 34. He's gonna want to be captain. So I don't think Kimmich will be captain until he's like 26, and that's the perfect time. Kimmich should be captain when he's 28. That's a captain. You can't put a 24-year-old as a captain, and Kimmich is 24. But I know what you mean. So for me, Alaba has just been a fantastic servant of the club. And selling him wouldn't be a bad idea for Bayern. I'm telling you, because we'll get a lot of money out of him, and we have Lucas Hernandez, Niklas Süle, Benjamin Pavard. As much as I don't think he's great, and also Boateng is gonna leave this summer. So we're gonna need to replace buy Upamecano to replace Boateng, because that's Niklas Süle can only give you so much by himself, and Lucas Hernandez is always injured, and Benjamin Pavard is 4 players for 2 positions, which is going to add the competition. Niklas Süle got this big injury. We won't have to play Javi Martinez, because I think Javi Martinez will leave. And also the 3 players that Bayern would definitely probably sell this summer. Javi Martinez, because Javi's just not playing. Javi is going to go back to Spain. He's going to probably go for 15 million, and he's just going to go get his nice contract in Espanyol or something and just relax, because he's 32 or 33 right now. And I think Boateng is going to have to leave. I think the greatest thing about Boateng right now is he's on top of his form. So you can imagine clubs will want him. Are you quarantined too? I mean, yeah, everyone is. 1 billion people and it's crazy. We're all quarantined. I just don't want this to spread. And then we're gonna sell after. Then I think it's Tolisso. Tolisso has to go. I think Bayern do want to sell him, because he'll raise maybe he'll go for 45 million, because Tolisso is still young and he really shined at Bayern, which is why I think they will sell him over Goretzka, because I think Goretzka has just shown us a lot more than Tolisso. And also Goretzka is just, honestly, in my opinion, a better player than Tolisso. And I think those are the 3 players we have to sell: Boateng, Javi Martinez, and Tolisso. And then on top of it, I think we can still look to sell more. I'd love to sell Coman. Coman would go somewhere for 75 million. I guarantee you that. His market value would probably be 75 million. 2 of his biggest issues. So I think Coman and Tolisso and Javi Martinez and Boateng are 4 players that I'd love to see us sell. And then I'd like to see us bring Upamecano in. I'd like to see us bring Sane, Havertz. As much as I said I don't want Havertz that much, I would still want him. And then I'd still want Hakimi. Hakimi, he's a fantastic player at Borussia Dortmund. I'd love him. Some people are saying they saw. Why would they be on transfer? Are they going to kick the coronavirus? Pow! Jackie Chan the coronavirus out of this world. Is that what they're trying to do? So yeah, 4 players there that if we sold, we would just, oh my god, the depth we would have if we had Sane, Havertz, Hakimi, or even Dest. In my opinion, I don't think Dest is all that. I think he's decent. He has skills, that definitely. But for me, 5'7", as much as and he's fast, but he just doesn't read me as a player that's gonna be world class. Right, we're looking for that top level, right? So we have those, and then we have is it Havertz? Did I say him? Right? These are 4 players that if we got, we would be on top of the world for the next 10 years, right? Because Sane's 23 or 24 right now. He has 8 years on him. Havertz 20. He has 10 to 12 years on him. Let's keep it realistic. 15 years. He's gonna be 35. We could get Hakimi, 20 years right now, 21. He's gonna have 11 years on him. You have a whole generation of players. Upamecano, he's only 20 right now. He's gonna be here for the next, center back. So he's gonna be probably here for 13 years, right? So you have a whole team for the next generation. That's what's important. So hope Sane isn't injured every time when he comes to Bayern. Every player's injured every time. Jesus Christ, the only guy that's there is Lewandowski, and him, Kimmich, and Alphonso Davies, and Thomas Muller. How is Muller never injured? Like as much as like, yeah, I don't ever want Muller injured. He's just never injured, and I want to look at Muller's injury history because I've never heard of Muller injured. I mean, Kimmich has been injured, you know, but it's never been like some hamstring thing. Muller's 30, by the way, which is great. And the thing with Muller as well is Muller is the same situation as Alaba, world-class players doing absolute madnesses right now. Muller is top scorer in the World Cup 2010. He's doing great. Won the World Cup with Germany. Won so many trophies, Muller. Right? Won the Champions League with Bayern. The world. He's won everything you can win as a footballer, except the BALON d'Or, right? And all these little UEFA Play of the Year, or whatever they call them, right? But the thing with Muller as well is he's at the top of his game. He'd love to go somewhere else and just show himself. Yeah, Muller's only missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 7 would be 12, right? No, 13. Muller's only missed 14 games to injury in his entire career here at Bayern. He's never been injured like that. Like that's crazy to me. Like, how do you do that? Like, Kimmich's record is crazier. Alphonso Davies has gotten 1 injury in his entire career. Then again, it's only been a few years. But still, I mean, geez, that's crazy. Kimmich has missed 1, 2, 3. He's missed 3 Bayern games due to injury, and missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games for Leipzig. Like, Muller literally is eating German blood. He might as well just be eating it. He's drinking it. Lewandowski as well. I have to look at these. How is he never... Alaba picks up a few knocks. I don't know how it works. They have to have some sort of personal training or just some level of dedication. Lewa's back, by the way. He was supposed to be back. His return was quite... Now, I said it. Lewa's technically back. He's playing already. He can't play, but he's pretty much training. That's what I said. Lewandowski is not missing the game versus Dortmund. And he's back. His injury's over. He only missed 4 games. Oh, I mean, he missed 6, but still, I don't half the games he missed weren't important. The games after Chelsea. How many games did we have after Chelsea? Because he's not missed much. I don't think he's missed that many. So Chelsea. Okay, so we played Chelsea. 1, 2, 3. He's missed 3 games. 3 games. 3 games. You know, 3 games. He's missed 3 games. Right? I told people were like, he's gonna miss till. I was like, no, this is Lewandowski we're talking about. He always does this. Like, my man came back from a groin surgery in 26 days. People take months. I'm telling you, Lewandowski's body it's a bit of an insane thing. He's already back. He missed 3 games. Lewa missed 3 games, right? And he's back. Fine, nothing missed. 3 games. Of an entire, we play 50 games per season if we get to the Champions League final? 3 games. Lewa missed. Jesus Christ. This guy, he just wants to be playing. That's what I love about Lewa. And since he came to Dortmund, right, he only had missed 2 games to injure at Dortmund. Until then, Lewa just never gets injuries. And when he does, it's 7 days, 4 days, and then he never misses a match. And he always gets injured around January too. He'll pick up a knock in January and just relax. This March, he just rested. Yeah, but so Alaba changed his agent. So yeah, I mean, what other players' injury history should I look at? Like Neuer. Like, as much as Neuer is just, Neuer's a bit old, so I wouldn't. But I mean, still, I mean, look at his injury history. His metatarsal fracture. I think that arm injury he had. I think he didn't. That injury wasn't that bad, you know. And before that, he was not picking up injuries like that. And he had the exact same injury at Schalke, at Bayern too. So, I mean, he missed a whole season of games, which I felt pretty bad for him. He missed a few games last season as well, you know. He was going out for muscle fibers with his arms, and he had that arm injury where his wrist something, and he had to wear something for it, and he was out for a couple of games. But Neuer's always been fit as well. So that's it for the video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace.